Good morning. Good morning. This morning I'm drinking oxygen. So yummy. It really just tastes like water, to be honest. I have a really rad story. Hello, beautiful. Hi, Rebecca. I have a rad story to share with y'all this morning. Hello, Tanya. Oh, I'm always so excited to see beautiful people joining me in the now and the present to have good discussions, right? Victoria, what's up, baby? I love you. I love you. I love you. So today I'm going to share a really powerful story that just happened in my world, and it's a really good one. And this is a good story about coming into our own power, loving ourselves as we are. And so if you know anyone who could benefit from this, share this with your network, and let's spread this word. Meridian, beautiful baby. We need to talk. Gigi, what's up, girl? Andy, hello. Excuse my barking doggies. I bet my friend is here. Okay, so shh. Thank you. Shh. Okay. Can't promise they won't bark again. My command only works temporarily. So, my nephew, he has such an amazing, beautiful soul. He's also very sensitive, and he's been getting teased in school for being skinny. For being too skinny. And he went through a period of wearing long sleeve shirts because he was embarrassed of his arms being too skinny. And not too long ago, my sister shared with me some words he spoke when he said, "At least I'm not fat." Oh, isn't that where it begins? Isn't that where the projection in us begins? We learn acceptance of ourselves through, "At least I'm not that," pointing to somebody else. And I am really blessed to get to spend time with a lot of children in my community and my local tribe, and really honored that the parents in my tribe really trusted me to take time with their children. And so I put together a project I wanted to do because another friend of mine's daughter was so stoked about the first day of school. She had gone to her mom wearing this shirt, doing a little fashion show, modeling the shirt that her grandmother had gotten her, and was so excited about this shirt, and went to school and said to one of her friends, like, "Oh my gosh, look at my shirt," did a little fashion show for her. And the girl said, "That is so out. Nobody wears that anymore." And she went home and started going to school each day wearing some old beat up clothes, refusing to put on any of her new wardrobe. And my niece Kylie, I know you guys see me post a lot on my page about her. I spend a lot of time with that magical being. Let me tell you, if you haven't seen it already, which I have a feeling that you have if you're for friends, she's very, very powerful. Her light is extremely bright, and she's here to shine. She is one of those type of souls who just lights up the room. And in that, a lot of people are threatened by that light and want to put her in her place, want to make her be a lady, want to make her mind. And she catches a lot of ridicule for that, a lot of judgment for that. People are threatened by her brilliance, and, especially in her peer group. And so knowing that there's these children in my life who are experiencing what I call where it begins, where the beginning of projection takes place, right? I thought, let's do a little exercise. So I got a bunch of canvases and set up the art table, and I put together a little exercise, and we all sat around the table, and the first thing I did with them is a deep breathing exercise, which for one of the girls, she actually has been in energy art classes with me in the past, and so she knows what that exercise is for. And so I said, "Shh, don't say anything." And after we're done breathing, I asked, "What do you guys think that was for?" And one of the beautiful little lights who just brights up my life, who I could spend time with, named McKenna, said, "To calm us down." And I said, "Yeah. And if you keep doing that, you will start to hear the beat of your own heart. And today we're going to paint a drum We're going to paint our drum that represents the beat of our own heart. And we're going to talk about learning to dance to the beat of our own drum. And we did a really fun workshop over a couple-day period where we all painted drums, and we discussed things like saying, well, at least I'm not fat. And we talked about how things really feel. And, you know, one of these little bright souls said that one thing that she gets made fun of is her freckles and her red hair. And so we discussed what do your freckles and red hair represent for you? And she talked about how her grandfather has the same freckles and red hair, and how she feels connected to her grandfather from that. And so we went through the group and we started to find all the positives. And my nephew discovered that he's really fast. He's one of the fastest kids on his team, and like his thin body makes him extremely athletic and gives him these great abilities. And so we discussed all the amazing attributes about the things that people put down in us. And we discussed how in life so often the things that make us so unique and so beautiful and so amazing will be the things that others don't know how to take. Feel their light dimmed by the brightness of these gifts that you have, and will say to you, you're too skinny. My niece Kylie said people make fun of her because her clothes don't match. Kylie, like me, dresses according to how she feels. She's very in tune to color and the energy that is represented in each color innately, like naturally so. She hasn't studied this. And I dress the same way. I dress for what I'm feeling, what color, what enhancement do I want to bring in to my life, and then the blending of colors and so forth. And so I understand that some days she goes to school and she does not match, but she is shining and she's excited, and her own light is enhanced by her bringing in all these different colors that she feels in alignment with. And so we got to talk about that and about how she likes dressing the way she likes to dress. She's not really, too worried about what other people think about her, and I love that about her. So this was an amazing experience, and oh wow, there's an amazing, huge bird flying overhead right now. Thank you. So I wanted to share that with all of you, because isn't that where it begins, where projection begins, where we will things that we feel inadequate in or unhappy with in our own lives, we will look and say, well, at least I'm not that. If we're broke, we've always said, oh, it could always be worse. Making the assumption that somebody in a different circumstance than us is a lower level than us or is in a worse place than us. But it's interesting because some of the greatest contributors in history suffered the most, had the least. Yet we'll look at someone and say, at least I'm not homeless. Ooh. Rather than saying, at least I don't have all those attachments to all those things, right? Like, let's let go. Oh, there's the white butterflies. So, that's for you. You know who that's for. Let's let go of the at least. Let's let go of the at least. Sorry if I break for butterflies and birds, y'all. Gotta pay them their respect and give gratitude. So let's let go of the at least. And let's see the light in every being. Let's enhance that light and not be threatened by it, and let our own light be strengthened through that, right? We cannot love ourselves fully saying, at least I'm not that. That's not authentic love. That is not authentic self-love. We don't gain acceptance of self by looking at someone we deem to be in a lower place than ourselves. That's not how it works. I want to read some of y'all's comments here. Oh, my glasses are dirty. Hold on one second. Y'all can look at the sky for just a moment here. Get my little $7 glasses on. Okay, let's see. Oh, I love you, Tanya. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, let's go up to the beginning here. Oh, Donnie, that is rad that your daughter hates to match. Encourage her, It's so funny. I remember when I was raising my own sons, how I dictated what they wore. Like, I really put out their outfits for them till an age where they finally were like, no, Mom, no. I gotta pick out my own clothes, man. Like, okay. And things we say to our children, like, all right, well, you're gonna get made fun of, or you're gonna, like, they should get dressed based on who's going to think what. That is so silly. Sheila, I'm always fat no matter what, no matter how much weight I lose, because I'm faithful, accountable, and teachable. That's right, baby. I love you. I love you so much. Let me tell you, this past weekend at Mountain Soul, it was really rad, y'all, to just dance. And I was in the middle of it. I was in the middle of it all, and I was dancing, just moving my body, and so free, and it felt so good. And all these people, like literally a few dozen people, came up to me and said, I love watching you dance. You are so beautiful. Can I hug you? I must have hugged at least 36 strangers minimum at the park that day. And it was just really good to let go and just move my body and dance and not be held back by any limiting beliefs about my body and about my abilities. And it's pretty cool because mobility is a challenge for me, as you know. So it was good to put my bare feet on the earth and dance. All right, what does anybody else have to say here? Rebecca, I go out every day and compliment someone, whomever I feel guided to compliment. Rich, poor, homeless, lords and ladies. Every day for 4 months, and every day I see white butterflies. Ooh, so that white butterfly was for you, my dear. I knew whoever it was for would know. Oh, yes, I have been letting the spirit of my body flow through, and my spirit in general. I've been doing a lot of work. I took 6 weeks away, went into nature, and I've been on some beautiful retreats, and I've just gone deep within and been encouraged to really step forward in my truth and open my throat chakra and speak the truth that is guided to flow through me without any fear and without any need to attach to how I'm received. And so, yeah, that's where I am right now in my journey, and it's really fascinating to be there and a lot of new connections happening for me. Does anybody have any questions that you would like to ask me? Anything you want to talk about? Anything related to this topic that you would like to share? Anything? Anything? Bring it on, baby. Let's talk. Let's have a go back and forth, and I'll answer anything you want to know. Or we can just sit here and hold space. I really think it's cool that I have 11 people on here right now. What a great number. Oh, Rasami, I love you. I love you so much, you warrior goddess, you. You are so powerful. So excited to have you here with me right now. Let me tell you, the little animal spirits are just all about this broadcast right here. What is a good food? What can you do for inflammation? That's a really good one. And that's a really good time to ask it because I just did a whole week raw. And I would definitely, my first would be turmeric and ginger. Super good for inflammation. During this week of raw, we started every day with melon. And you can pick a melon of your choice. We did cantaloupe, and we ate as much as we wanted, and nothing else. Nothing else for a minimum of a half an hour. Melon is a really powerful fruit, and it's best eaten alone. And then we drank whole juice that I would put through my juicer and not drain the pulp, and then put into my blender and add greens and hemp seeds. And then we just ate raw for the rest of the day. And I lost 10 pounds. My sister lost almost 5 pounds. But we weren't doing it for weight loss. For me, it was actually a deeper connection. I connected with all the food. I would say this would help. Oxygen water. I drink a lot of different waters all day long. Water is my best friend. I have a Huram juicer. It's really a good one. It was a great gift from Stella's father's some years ago, and it's still going strong. I haven't had to replace any parts. I really like the Huram juicer. But I understand there's some other really good ones out there. Thank you. Thank you. Jason, my good friend. There is, let's see. Hold, please. There is much great stuff you can do for inflammation, but it's not just about what you do, but also about what you might not want to do. Yes, turmeric and ginger for the win. Chia, yes, chia, hemp, cauliflower, so true, all powerful, and I'm trying to click see more. Oh, there we go. And broccoli. We indulged in all of those this past week, Jason. It was amazing. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Tanya says I would love recipes and ingredients. I'll be happy to share the raw week recipes that we shared. I'll post this on my page after this and just give those to you. Share exactly what we did for the week. And if you like, I can share with you the deeper parts that I did. The practice of connecting with the consciousness of the food that I harvested from my own garden. You all say that? Food that I purchased from local places and how I connected with that on a conscious level, expressed gratitude and what that did. You know what? It's funny talking about projects with the children. I had them watch the rice experiment that a couple days later, where, you know, the rice experiment where you say thank you to one pot of rice and you were stupid to the other pot of rice and just completely ignore the third, and what happens. And so that really played a role in me also teaching the children this week to connect with their food on a conscious level with intent and how they eat. I taught them more about blessing the water that we bathe in, how you can literally get in the water. I mean, it's really important. Water has a natural flow, a natural movement to it. And we in this modern Western world have brought water into our homes in a very unnatural way for convenience and made it travel in a very unnatural way and also be processed with a lot of chemicals. And you can actually restore the water that you bathe in to its natural blueprint and heal that water. And when you drain that tub, send that water back out to do more healing. And so we worked on that. Those are things I could talk about in the future if you would like me to. Yes, Rebecca, I do the same. I use glasses of water as well. Water is very healing in many, many ways. So yeah, I'll share the raw week. And as you all know, I'm working on a pretty much how to go vegetarian vegan 101 e-cookbook for people who really want to go plant-based, but don't know where to begin. And it's a real basic, and I'm sorry it's taken so long for me to put this out. I have a lot of different things going on all at once. And but that'll be out by the end of October, no doubt. And so I'll be sharing that, but in the meantime, I'll keep sharing other things. Does anybody else have any other thing you would like to say before I go? I've got a dear friend coming over, and we're going to do some fun stuff together. Busted! Jason, you got me, baby. You got me, okay. Take my glasses off and get real for this one. So that's funny because I just told Jason the other day, I said, he had apologized to me for something silly, writing a long reply in our message. And I said, no more saying sorry in your life. Don't say sorry. I said, I never apologize for being late. I say thank you for waiting for me because I'm late a lot and I don't want to be sorry a lot. It's really good to just say thank you for reading that long post and thank you for holding presence and being present, for being able to hear me. And he was like, man, that's rad. And so he just busted me saying, I'm sorry. Good. I'm glad that happened. So you guys got another little tidbit on here. Don't say you're sorry. Don't. The energy that puts out and the energy that you say to yourself, you are not honoring yourself. You're insulting yourself deeply when you say that. Say thank you. Say thank you instead of saying sorry. Say, thank you for holding space for me while I was letting out my anger or letting out my fears and my insecurities. Say thank you. Say thank you. That honors me and you both. So thank you for being patient for me while I complete this book that I've been promising you for some time. I love you all so much. Have an amazing day. Stay in now in each moment of it. And remember the truth of who you are. And if any of you read my post this morning in closing, I want to say that Christ walks among us every day. Every day. And you do not know who is who. We see the at least I'm not that's. We see the broken. We see the unraveling. And we miss the light that is being shown through the cracks. We are all breaking wide open right now, coming into the truth of who we are and what we came here to take part of. This is a really exciting time to be alive. There is not one of us here who didn't volunteer for this experience, who didn't volunteer to awaken and lead the way. There's no levels, no degrees. We're all where we're supposed to be. And the greatest thing that we can do is to begin to express love. Service is the greatest medicine. I found that when I am troubled, the smallest acts of service, whether it be packing a lunch for my sister or cleaning the house, going to help a neighbor, spending time talking with somebody in need, what small acts of service are the greatest medicine that bring me back to my medicine, which is love, being of humble service, and truly feeling gratitude for that opportunity, connecting with consciousness all around us, you know. These are good medicines. So no more, at least I'm not that. No more of that. It's not authentic. No more sorry. Just thank you. Just thank you. And no more judgment. Just I see God in you. I love you all. Have an amazing day.